The extraordinary meeting of the African Union Executive Council has kicked off in Rwanda ahead of the signing of the Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, which is expected to change the continent's trading landscape by presidents on Wednesday. And as Sylvia Chebet reports from Kigali, a One Africa market, when it comes into force, will be one of the largest free trade areas in the global economy.
55 countries and 1.2 billion people in its fold, a One African market strategically places the continent at the center of the global trade space, where individually countries would wield insignificant strength.
Intra-Africa trade is different. It is far more labor-intensive. Manufactured goods account for 42% of intra-African exports, compared to just 14% of our exports to outside the continent. If we want to industrialize, if we want to diversify, if we want to create the needed jobs for our young populations, this is the way forward.
This is in line with the African Union's Agenda 2063 vision for an integrated continent.
Nous sommes entrés de plein pied.
We have made many strides in increasing momentum on continental integration, such as the Continental Free Trade Area, the Single African Air Transport Market, the Protocol on the Free Movement of Persons, and the African Passport, as well as the massive regional and continental infrastructure projects. These are the pillars of this
entreprise.
The rallying call now is for as many countries to sign the agreement and mobilize their intellectual, political, and diplomatic resources towards the realization of the Continental Free Trade Area.
The challenge for us will be to see, and the world is watching, how many of us actually in 180 days are able to ratify the Continental Free Trade Agreement.
The UN Economic Commission for Africa estimates that if signed and implemented, it could facilitate the growth of intra-Africa trade by 52% from the current 14% by the year 2022. The Continental Free Trade Area aims to give suppliers access to markets of all African countries on the same terms as if they were domestic suppliers. This is about the creation of one African market. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen TV, Kigali, Rwanda.